And you know what? I'm gonna pull something up here just to see because I thought about going to this option here. I'll show you guys, but I may save it, but I'll come back to this load. I just kind of want to see something. I mentioned about the sports club, and while I'm looking at it has to do with Ulyana, so I'm definitely not gonna go there. Now I don't know this Russian, so I don't know Russian, so obviously I can't really read this. But this obviously probably has to do with someone else or something else. I don't know. So obviously that's what we're gonna do. So, uh, because for some reason they meant Olga mentioned about helping the guys or something like that, but I'm pretty sure we're not gonna run into them. So yeah, I'm gonna reload the other save now and go ahead and go with help Slavia. But before I go there, though, I also was kind of looking a little bit. The when I was because I was only looking at the one page for Slavia, and I wasn't really looking at Lena's page. I should have flipped it because I like I said, I have it all wrote down. The first choice, which kind of threw me off, that was actually have dinner with Lena. So that was actually not helping. And that had to do with the one Xenia wanted to get you to talk with her. So that would have got her a point. Although it doesn't really say if that would have affected Slavia anyway, in any way. Only the one that you help Lena does. But in this case, since I'm only trying to focus on one girl at a time, I figured, you know what? Okay, not really going to do that anyway. So let's just get on with it. There were about a dozen pioneers at the square. Where did they all come from, I wonder? I approached Slavia. Hi there.
Oh, hi. You come to help.
Well, not of my own free will, of course. I thought it over again.
I see.
Well, my choice was to get you there. I could care less what you think there, mister.
Take this bone. Your area is right next to the monument.
Frankly speaking, there was nothing to sweep there. It seemed pretty clean to me, though some rubbish was still laying around.
Huh.
Okay, that was kind of random. After sleeping for a while, I came back to Slavia. Was sitting on a bench taking a break. Okay, what a nice day, eh?
Yeah, though it's a bit too hot.
She shaded her eyes with her hand and looked up at the sky. You're like a tireless worker of communist labor. What in the world?
Oh, come on. I just like to help others.
That's good.
And what about you?
What about me?
Well, it seems to me that you find community service a bit of a burden.
Well, probably.
Why is that?
I don't really know. Seriously, she can't expect me to just unload all my ideas concerning this point on her. I mean, in this case, she's just asking if you're the type that likes to clean or not. I would have just said, yeah, I'm not really the type that does, but it's not that I won't do anything at all. It's like you just kind of, I don't know, you kind of have to nag me a little bit to kind of get me to do things. It's kind of how it goes. I don't know. But nothing ever here is really all that dirty anyway, so it's like rarely ever. So it's not like, she might drown in them, God forbid. What?
Maybe you just don't like the company.
Come on, phone. Jeez. What's that all about? That's actually quite possible. Up. Don't ruin it, man. You just got here, got the choice. What's going on with you, man? There was certain truth in Slavia's words. I suppose that she was good at reading other people's minds. No, she's just guessing. Or at least at reading mine. No, how can that be possible if even I find it hard to understand myself at times? Maybe she's just reading, the vibe. Maybe she's feeling a certain type of aura from you. Maybe it's like, okay, Should I even talk to this guy right now? I don't know.
What are you gonna do when the session is over?
What do you mean?
Well, are you gonna enter college, or do you want to master a profession?
In USSR, a person finishing the high school typically had to choose between either getting a college degree, typically achieving a status of engineer or scientist, or going into secondary vocational school, thus mastering a profession. Is this now, or is this something years ago? That's kind of interesting. So you're just kind of forced. You have to go, or is it like, oh wait, no, they just said choose. Okay. Typically, I mean, well, engineer, nothing wrong with either one of those, I guess. I don't know. I've already achieved Grand Mastery at all my professions. Watching anime and surfing the internet. That's more like hobbies. Well, the internet is just something we kind of do every day. Watching anime is more of a hobby. It is, yeah, guys, it is. Even though I watch too sometimes, it is kind of. I don't know yet. What about you?
We have a small farm back home, so I want to help my parents there.
It sounded pretty strange. Are there any private farms in the USSR where all the farming has to be collected? Oh, and on the one part, what I had brought up when she said about how she was from the from the cold north, and I said Russia, I was thinking like, okay, Russia is pretty large. Are you from Siberia, like way up there? That would be pretty brutally cold. I mean, I know it's part of the Russian, thing, but I always say, somebody on Facebook said it's possible people could survive in the North Pole. Yeah, well, you have Eskimos. It's not really hospitable for human life, though. It's not really, ideal. But yeah, you do get people up there. Problem is, I can't understand how people would want to eat walrus and all that kind of stuff. A little odd, you know. I mean, there's some things out there I just won't eat. That would be something that would be on the agenda, I don't know. But I decided not to go into details. And you're talking temperatures that plummet, minus, yeah, so I don't know, man. It's like,
And what are your parents doing?
my parents were not a good subject for discussion. It is not that my parents are not good, quite the opposite. They are kind hearted people. But it's not the right time for such a discussion. My father works at the local council, and my mother is a teacher. That wasn't actually true. But why'd you lie? More like a half truth. Okay.
Cool.
She really seemed to consider that a cool thing. What, that you lied? Or something else? I guess so. The conversation had reached a dead end, so I was trying to take my eyes off Slavya and kept gazing out at my feet. Up in the sky or just looking around.
I'm pretty sure you'll also be fine.
Slavya looked at me thoughtfully. Now, what was that for? And what was that also about? Thanks. I mumbled. But what do you mean?
I suppose that you happen to be too pessimistic at times.
Isn't that way too straightforward? That's kind of how she is, or at least this girl anyway. Maybe.
But you're gonna be alright.
Maybe. After this conversation, I felt ill at ease. I felt... What? I'll at ease? I'll be at ease? Okay. I don't know. For some reason, that word seemed to be off. On the one hand, there was nothing special in her words. In general, almost any person in Slavya's shoes would come to a similar conclusion. Nevertheless, I felt, and not for the first time, like she could see right through me. So let's get to cleaning.
Ah,
She smiled and took the broom. I never thought that cleaning would bring such a deep pleasure. You actually have the sound effect for the broom. That's pretty interesting. No, I wasn't upset because of the conversation. On the contrary, I was glad to hear that from her. For the first time ever, somebody was discussing my life without criticizing me. without giving any stupid advice based on their own personal experience, without intending to go through my head, and without making some far-reaching conclusions. Wow, I mean, obviously you knew other people that were probably like that, but not everybody in the world is the same, are they? I was just glad that somebody supported me. No, that's not quite right. I was just glad that Slavya supported me. Huh. Okay. In a short while, the music played around the camp, telling us for lunch. I put away the broom with a sigh of relief and a sense of accomplishment and went to the canteen. Oh, so you go there on your own. Interesting. How's this gonna go? Who is marching forward in a row? It is our pioneer squad. What? Okay. Pioneers in a row usually march to the canteen in the Slavya camp. I was looking for a place where no one would disturb me, like what happened before, just so I can eat in peace. And for that, I have to at least not be the last one to come. But I was pretty sure whatever happens here happens whether I wanted to or not. The canteen was crammed as full as an egg. Olga Dmitrievna was standing at the entrance, guarding it like a hawk. Well, Semyon, were you working hard today? Hard enough. Well done. Truly well done. And the hardest is yet to come. I just bet. Fine. Take a seat next to the girls. She pointed at the table next to the pillar. Slavya, Ulyana, and Lena were already sitting there. Not bad company. At least, not the worst. I got my meal and went up to them. Okay. Oh, do you mind if I sit here? I caught myself sounding a bit clueless. There were no other free places anyway. So, you get to sit with these three. Yeah, not bad. It's like, Ulyana, I can imagine as someone's kid though. It's like, is this really somebody in this camp? Well, it's not a school, it's a camp. I know, but isn't she like, she looks like a kid. Well, she kind of is one, isn't she? That's what he said at one time. I don't know. The game says everyone's registered 18. Is she really 18? Game? Or did you lie? I don't know. No, of course not. Please do. Lena remained silent. Today, the meal consisted of a plate of borscht. I suspected that there was some meat lurking in it, but I had no evidence. Some poultry, chances are chickenus, domesticus with fried potatoes and a traditional glass of compote. I find myself liking the local food more and more. I guess I just came to the conclusion that I have no other choice, which means that there's no use in complaining. Thank God there's something to eat. Coming to the bowl tonight? I don't know. He'll come. He got nowhere to go. Ulyana said happily. I could only imagine getting to this character's route, how a dance is going to go on with this character. I can only imagine because I think it's usually during the evening you get some type of dance scene takes place with each person's route. So I'll be curious of how that's going to go. That'd be kind of funny to see. You will come for sure. Of course, I can't miss the opportunity to watch you make a fool of yourself. My goodness. I told you this character's kind of grown on me a little bit. I don't know. It's just all over the place usually. She got it right, so I decided not to reply. I mean, other than the fact that you threw a bug in his plate, I'm not cool with that one. But the other stuff you do, you're all right in my book. I don't know. And what about you? I asked Lena. Yes. She replied briefly. See, you should go too then, said Slavya as if leaving me no choice. Don't forget to wear your tailcoat. Apparently, Ulyana was so pleased with her joke that she laughed out loud. But I really had nothing to wear. My wardrobe was just a pioneer uniform and my winter clothes, which would be inappropriate even in the evening. And what will you be dressed in, entertainer? Secret. I guess that I was supposed to pause during that. Oh well. Will it be a little dress just like in a kindergarten's matinee? Somehow I could see her wearing something else. I don't know. Be kind of funny. Ulyana turned red. Looks like I managed to offend her. No, I will wear a biohazard suit just so I don't catch an infection from you. What? What kind of infection are you afraid of catching from me? I don't know. I think just that comment just kind of went over your head there, Someone.
Enough, you guys. Don't grow.
Idiocy, of course. Looks like Ulyana was highly pleased with her, as she thought. Brilliant answer again. You know, if you already have the flu, you can't catch a cold. You could play at that game. What are you implying? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I looked away shyly. Do you mean that? She went red again. I mean, if that's supposed to be your angry face, it looks more like, I mean, she does it kind of periodically, but it doesn't look anything like Alyssa or Xenia's face when they get kind of angry. Even Olga, you know, face is kind of like, ooh. Although with her, it's like she's got that grumpy. It's like, why are you so grumpy all the time? Well, maybe because of him, you know. I don't mean anything.
Guys.
And that was shy. Why'd you give that? It's like, you just kind of just said something and you just went, it's like, what was that about? Given that it was Lena who interfered, it probably really was time to stop. You're asking for it. You're gonna get it. What? You'll finally wise up. These two. What in the world? Instead of replying, Ulyana grabbed her plate filled with borscht and tipped it over my head. Did that really happen? I like to see this. It'd be kind of funny though. This game met an unexpected finale. Oh, you little. She jumped up and tried to run away. But this time she won't get away. I grabbed her hand. Oh boy. How are you grabbing the hand? Looks a little bit, and this first time we see her this close up. It's kind of an interesting CG. It looks like you kind of like, looks like the arm is like bent. I don't know. It looks interesting though. Now what? I can't just smash your head against the table. Obviously not. You're kind of reflex. This pantomime lasted a few seconds. Suddenly, Ulyana skillfully grabbed a glass full of compote and splashed it in my face. Good lord. That way, she managed to get free of my grip. That girl's got a lot of spunk. Dazzled up towards the counter, and I chased her. This resulted in several flipped tables, a pile of smashed tableware, 5 pioneers crumpled by various injuries, and full exhaustion of both parties. I would like to have seen something. I mean, it's kind of nice how they kind of show a little bit of the screen kind of shaking a little bit, but it'd be nice if they showed something on screen that a draw, sort of. Belligerent draw. With too much belligerence. My goodness. We stood before each other and breathed heavily. Tell me you won't behave this way again. And you. And how was I supposed to... Why are you blushing? She blushing. Oh. Olga, the beach snuck up on us from behind. Good lord. When you think about it, such a riot couldn't go unnoticed. Probably not. Well, are you satisfied with yourselves now? Her voice appeared to be calm, but I was sure she was just about to explode. No, this is kind of her usual serious kind of expression. I don't know. And who's gonna clean up all this mess? Exactly what happened. Who? I'm asking you, who? Him. Good lord. Come on now. Fucking game. Jeez. Not game, but... Replied Ulyana with complete confidence. Her! Look at that. I object less confidently. Both. Oh boy. The camp leader brought a conclusive end to this ongoing argument. Generally, I wasn't sure that my share to blame is more than hers. Although Ulyana didn't have to drop have a drop of guilt on her face. I don't know, what's that? Beat it. I'm not cleaning. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is his fault. He started it first. No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. I'm not gonna sort out all that nonsense. Slavya, go grab a mop, a bucket, some cloths, that kind of stuff in the closet. And as for you, she looked at Ulyana with such a burning gaze that I felt a bit sorry for the girl. You, oh boy, what a scene. Start to pick up the broken tableware immediately. Olga took a deep breath and continued. You're nothing but trouble. My goodness. Honestly, they both were instigating. I mean, she kind of was doing stuff. He was doing things. I don't know. They were saying things back and forth, and I don't know. Things just kind of went from there. How many times have I told you? I decided to skip the lecture and went to the closet that appeared to be near the exit. Suddenly, a perfect idea flashed in my head. Why don't I just run away? Sure, Olga Dmitrievna has caught us, but I'm not the one to blame. Uh, and that's actually what's kind of funny about that is you're actually supposed to do that. That's what's funny about it. Of course, I'm not that true pioneer she keeps talking about, but in comparison to Ulyana, anyway, she's the principal culprit. It's not like I have nothing better to do than cleaning up the mess here. I have to seek answers. The truth is out there somehow flashed through my mind. Yeah, I had a feeling that this little whole scene and me trying to go with Slavia, this was going to be a thing somehow. But let me make a quick save anyway. It's it's kind of funny a little bit, but at the same time, it isn't. Let me put it there, just so I have it. Now, honestly, if you really think about it, the nice thing to do here in real life, just help, because both of them kind of contributed to this, with what I got out of it anyway. Running away here just seems like the cowardly way. Just kind of let her take it. I don't know. But that's kind of what we have to do if we want to get to her route. So that's a point. We're not going to get any brownie points, obviously, from Ulyana. But, yeah. Because with hers, let me see where she is. See if I have her. Yeah. You're supposed to help her clean up if you want to get her out. So we're going to run away. The solution came out of thin air. More like I had the choice to do that. So honestly, this is kind of the dick move if you think about it. Well, Olga Dmitrievna was scolding Ulyana. I snuck to the exit. Thank goodness it was nearby. Yeah, that's pretty much what that was. Slipping outside, I hesitated for a few moments and ran into electronic. Looks like he was working till late at the club. Where's the fire? Fire? My shut. My shuttle is leaving in 10 minutes. What? Hey, wait! Electronics words hung in the air behind me. I ran out towards the square. It's definitely not the best place to hide. Indeed, in a state of stress or fatigue, I frequently start talking to myself. Well, not really talking, but rather mumbling under my breath. It helps me to concentrate and find the right solution quickly. Okay, where to next? Don't know. Where should I go? The best place would be the one with the least amount of people. Don't know. Consequently, my way lies in the woods. That's pretty much, the choice that we have there. So, obviously, I don't know when this dance thing is going to come. Probably in another part what I have to do or whatever, because there's no other choice option for her for Slavia coming up, so I don't know. Huh. Half a minute later, I was already relaxing, sitting on a stump near the forest trail. That was one hell of a getaway. Yeah, I hope that would teach Ulyana to behave. Indeed, she's not a child anymore. Well, sad but true. Not a child anymore. Now, a thought crossed my mind. I might have sort of mishandled the whole situation. You think? Both of you guys, yeah, I don't know. She kind of instigated it a little bit too, but you kind of put just as I would say you guys are kind of even on it. But choosing that option, even though it kind of gets Slavia a point, it's a little bit of a dick move when you think about it. I don't know. It's kind of like I said with these choices. It's kind of a little bit weird how they have you go about. Like when you first meet Slavia, I could see like maybe after you saw her, maybe she introduces you, and then maybe there's another choice where you could reply to something else, and that would be whether you want to reply or not, as opposed to okay, somebody's approaching you. Let's don't reply to them when they can see you clear as day. I don't know. A fair share of that broken tableware is because of me. Moreover, one might mention that I didn't have to engage in that mess at the beginning. It got me thinking.
How's the weather?
Slavia stood right before me. I didn't really think she would be here, but it's kind of interesting how that works. How does she manage to sneak up unnoticed? Well, you all constantly thinking a lot, don't you? Probably how. Thank goodness it's not Olga. Fine. Those were the only words I managed to squeeze out of myself.
I thought I'd find you here.
Why?
I'm not sure. It's just
She looked up at the sky.
there are fewer people around here.
Does Slavia really think I have some sort of a social phobia? On second thoughts, she actually has a good reason to think so. And what are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Oh, she smiled again, but this time her smile looked a bit different. A little friendlier, I guess. Me? Why?
Can't you guess?
I braced to prepare for a harsh lecture.
I understand that you're guilty to a lesser degree than Ulyana.
Now the camp's leader assistant is defending me. I felt even more pathetic. To be honest, even though I'm going for your route here, Slavia, I'm gonna say both of them were kind of equally on it because if the girl's kind of like he said she's not a child, but he originally said she was what 14, 15 years old, right? Uh, I don't know how old he is compared to her, but obviously she's the youngest there, so he's kind of coming across her as if she was a child. I don't know. It's kind of the way it perceived to me, anyway. Damn, get serious. We're not playing bad cop, good cop here.
But if I grant that you aren't gonna help her, you can at least help me.
Saying that, Slavia looked up at the sky yet again. I wonder what she's looking for up there. And what do I need to do?
We have to reorganize the books in the library.
It's way better than disciplinary enslavement together with Ilyana. You'll be doing that at some point because you gotta get on a route with her. And anyway, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. All at your service, mademoiselle, or madam. She laughed.
And follow me, Mansour.
Okay. And a couple of minutes, we were in the library. All the way, I kept looking around in fear, meeting Olga Dmitrievna. It looks like Slavia didn't notice my anxiety. And still, it's quite odd that she hasn't scolded me. Well, if we are to continue our analogy, Slavia is definitely a good cop. When we went inside, gleaming sunlight streamed through the window of the library with a myriad of dust particles dancing in the beams. This is special library dust with that distinctive smell that you can never confuse with anything else. These microscopic pieces of the moribund collected works of Marxism, Leninism, classics. That's interesting. Does the dust near the fiction shelf smell similar to the dust near the books on physics and chemistry?
You start with those rows.
She pointed at the bookshelf near Lenin's sculpted head. Okay, but what exactly do I have to do?
Just remove the books from the shelves and put them on the floor. We'll dust them and then we'll put them back.
By looking at all those dust, reading is hardly the pioneer's favorite activity. Any idea where Xenia might be?
Don't know. She probably went somewhere.
Strange. It appears that there are just two places in the world where one can meet Xenia, the library and the canteen. I got into gear. I guess I've never handled so many books in at one time in my entire life. Anyway, I'm much more used to reading from a computer screen or a tablet. Firstly, there is no need to pay for electronic books, and secondly, you cannot find everything in printed form.
How's it going?
Slavya is standing behind the bookshelves. It's okay, it's going little by little. Have you read anything about that?
About what?
Well, about communism.
No, I'm kind of more into historical books and adventures.
Me too. Historical literature wasn't exactly my favorite, but the class struggle under socialism was no match for it.
Hey, don't hold a grudge against Ulyana.
I don't. Indeed, I felt that my had ego mostly recovered from the incident at the canteen. Besides, I managed to cleanse myself of the lunch leftovers in the forest lake.
It's not like she's doing all that out of spite.
No, I imagine not. Out of spite or not, one should think through one's own actions. You don't really think either, though, and you're older. Whatever. I kept moving around, dozens of books written by people totally unknown to me. You said something to her, though, that kind of threw her off a little bit. That's kind of what set her over the edge in the first place. And then you guys just kind of kept going back and forth. I'm going to forget who they are in a minute, and I'll never get to know what they were writing about. That is a doom of many writers, to become a forsaken set of letters and a hardcover on a bookshelf in the library of a non-existent pioneer camp's reality. I think the walkthrough did mention that Slavya and Ulyana kind of get along to a degree. They just kind of a little different at the same time. And then Lena and I think Alyssa supposedly kind of tie together somehow, but I'm not sure how it all works. I guess I'll find out on that.
Have you finished?
Yeah, I think so.
Me too. Okay, let's do it this way. I'll wipe them down and you put them back on the shelves.
But I don't remember what order they were placed in before.
It's okay, nobody reads them anyway.
It looks like she has a spot for every occasion. Do you know why she's got you out here? Have you noticed that this girl's starting to think of you a little bit? A couple of times I've noticed slight differences, shades of emotion in that smile, joy, happiness, snap. But these shades were so evanescent, I wasn't really sure that I'm not imagining things. This time, her smile looked a little flirty. Yeah, probably. At least, I wouldn't be reading this stuff. Slavia was wiping the covers with a damp cloth, and I was putting the books back on the shelf. We were a good team. Our job was almost done.
Why didn't you take anything from the upper shelves?
Upper shelves? I looked up. Sorry, I hadn't noticed them.
It's alright.
Wait a moment. I'll bring the chair. Even with my rather considerable stature, I wouldn't be able to get them. I stood on the chair, proceeded to remove the books from the shelves and pass them to Slavia. After a while, there were only about a dozen books left at the farthest end of the shelf. It looked to me like it wouldn't be hard to reach that far. I always been the type to take a larger bite rather than biting twice. And taking that bite without moving the chair under me became a fatal error. Oh. Oh boy. Opening my eyes, I found myself on top of Slavia. Wow. How did we figure we'd get to this position, right? Are you alive? What? I mean, the first two lines is alright. This last one, I don't know. I got the fright of my life. Even if I'm only 17 now, falling off a chair onto a girl is something else. Game, you lied to me. This is not the 18 plus version. I'm playing this. I have to be playing the 17 plus version because 17, and up as opposed to 18 and up because the opening part of this says all characters are registered 18. You lied, Gabe.
I'm fine.
Her face was only an inch away from mine. Anything broken?
I I don't think so. You make a rather bad stuntman.
I'd imagine. She laughed. You bet. I looked into her eyes. Just looked. Wow. I wasn't sure what I should say. Slavya either hesitated too or just let me take the lead. Where's this gonna go? At this rate, something might happen. What will happen? Is there gonna be a kiss here, or is something else gonna lead into something else? I don't know. I'm not exactly prepared if one of those scenes do come, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Natural desire started to awaken my body, but was it right? I had the urge to stand up, but was unable to do so. I was just lying in silence and looking me straight in the eyes. All of a sudden, I noticed the bell ringing on the edge of my hearing. Go figure.
It's dinner time.
Wow. Yeah.
Shall we go? Or shall we lie here some more?
She smiled again, and this time her smile seemed foxy to me, as if she was hinting at something. I think she's falling for you, bud. She probably just didn't expect this little scene here, but coincidence, right? You get the occasional, they do this in anime a lot too, where a guy eventually falls down, and it's like, okay, when are these two actually gonna get closer? I don't know. And you just wait all that time, the anime kind of teases the two people throughout, and then it's like, oh, finally you just got to the point, How they moving in?
Well, if we're gonna go, we need to get up fast.
Obviously. It felt like some invisible force was holding me in place. Slavia seemed to recognize that and carefully slipped out from under me. How'd you manage to do that?
Are you gonna stay there?
She laughed. At that point, I finally came to my senses and stood up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But we haven't finished it all. We'll have to clean up the rest later.
Yeah, sure. I stayed silent all the way to the canteen, and this is where I'm going to call part. So, you know, obviously playing, usually I don't play over like a few hours, but I figured since I'll be breaking both these up into parts, but the half an hour before this, I got to this particular point. Everything wasn't going anywhere at first. Now, with the whole Ulyana stuff, and then, with Slavya, things are getting pretty interesting, I gotta say. I would say this last little part, by the time you guys will get it, like I said, it'll be broken up into two parts. But either way, uh, you have to admit, this part was definitely much better than the last one. Not that there was anything bad with the third part that I did. I just got a little confused on the Russian stuff, and other than making one little thing, it was a little bit random because we just kind of bumped into other people that really had nothing to do with him. Although he was questioning why he was in that world, but obviously that's probably not going to become a thing until like you start completing all these girls' routes. Yeah, that's the sucky part. I hope this Eula girl is actually worth it because, man, I'm going to be doing all these other characters, and that includes Miku. But yeah, the Miku character, as I said, that kind of resembles Hatsune a little bit. Yeah, you have to clear her route too before you can even do Eula. I don't know. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned because there'll be more parts to come. And yeah, so I will see you guys next time.